What's good, Joel? All right. We're about to get the show started. Just giving everyone a couple minutes here to just let the room fill up. I hope everyone is doing well on this amazing Monday, inauguration day, Martin Luther King Day, January 20th, 2025. Looks like a few meme coins are taking the charge here. Some outperforming, some underperforming. You love to see more and more meme coins starting to really gain some critical mass here. I don't think we've seen anything too crazy just yet. I do genuinely believe we're just getting started in terms of meme job, HBAR meme coins, the whole nine here. And then, of course, Hedera meme coins haven't really like officially kicked off just because outside of obviously meme jobs debut, because arguably we're barely seeing that traction come on because we haven't seen HBAR pump while these let's just say these newer meme coins have released. So let me actually, before we bring up some more speakers here again, appreciate everyone tuning in today. Feel free to give me 1 second here to update the banner. All right, I'm gonna do Honk today. I think we saw Honk do pretty well. Give me 1 second to add the emoji here. If you guys aren't familiar with HonkBot, feel free to go check them out as well. Pretty exciting to see what they're doing here. Honk with Wrapped HBAR. They're going to be our main. I don't know if there's going to be more than one trading bot that's going to be going live on Hedera soon, but they're the one that I'm aware of at this time, and it looks good. I'm excited to see them come out and launch as well. So I'm gonna start bringing some speakers up. Feel free to hit the button on the bottom left if you're on the spaces. I'm probably not going to be having people come up on the live stream moving forward unless you guys really want to come up and share your screens. That's something that I'll do for like some specific guest speakers. But for now, we'll mainly keep it on the spaces side of things. If you want to request to come up, I think it just kind of makes it a little bit easier. And then, of course, friendly reminder: don't forget to hit the button on the bottom right, like and retweet the show. Drop a comment. Let us know which meme community you're bullish on, which memes you're buying, which ones I should be looking into, and of course, whichever community is rating the hardest. I'm going to do a little TA, maybe some fib levels, maybe some bottoms, higher highs, higher lows, that kind of stuff. If I see an uptrend, well, feel free to come and raid as well. It is free, and I want to try to get more and more exposure for all of these meme coins as well. And shout out to all the meme coins as well that have been shooting me DMs privately. I won't like explicitly talk about each one of the ones that have been DMing me, but shout out to everyone. I think the HBAR meme coin community is growing stronger by the day, and we're starting to see again some memes really start to shine, start to outperform, and that's really important because as a community, we need to be able to create new paradigms, have a new shift here in the market as well. So, very bullish on that. Very exciting for what is to come on the end of meme job, and of course looks like my mic got muted there for a second on the live stream. It looks like two of the top five meme coins on meme job by market cap last I checked. Obviously that could be different a little bit, but they were recently launched in the last about 24 hours on during the weekend. So seeing that shift kind of start to happen, I know some people weren't really a fan of me saying that, but also I'm also speaking the truth. You know, like if we are seeing more and more meme coins start to come out and potentially flip others by market cap, like that's a new conversation ultimately to be having in this space, and I think that is important as a conversation to be having as well. Well, we'll do a little disclaimer here, but first, I'll kick it to Meme Job. If you want to say a few words, welcome to the space. And again, if anyone wants to request to come up, feel free to hit the button on the bottom left. Feel free to request as a speaker. We're just hanging out, talking about meme coins here in Hedera and continuing to onboard more and more people to HBAR, meme coins, and of course, meme job dot on Blueberry. How are you doing today?
Hi, FX. Thanks for having me and thanks for hosting the spaces. I'm doing pretty good, yeah. I'm excited about the upcoming updates on Meme Job. I love to see the creativity of the community. So shout out to all the projects that have come here or will come up here. And to everybody in the audience, I hope you're going to have fun. And I'm going to kick it back to IPEX, then let him do his thing because he's a really good host. So, yeah, let's have some fun.
Appreciate it, Blueberry, and appreciate again everyone that tunes in. I see a bunch of you guys already up on the live stream. Speaking of the live stream, I actually haven't shared the link to the Jumbotron yet, so let me do that now. Again, feel free to rate the space here today, the live stream, and then of course the what do you call it, the live stream. So I just shared it up in the Jumbotron as well. So if you guys want to jump over there, you are more than welcome to. If you will not be speaking today, I will be doing some charting. I will be just kind of covering what I'm seeing. You know what? I should pull up Meme Job as well for everyone that's just kind of new to this ecosystem. And then for me personally, Blueberry, I know a lot of the color scheme for Meme Job is blue. I don't know if you've checked my live stream specifically, but a lot of my color theme is red. I can make a custom template, basically very similar to the one that I have already, and I can modify it for Meme Job if you would like me to do that, and I can make it blue if that's something you're interested as well. I haven't really set that yet publicly, but if you're interested, I'm more than happy to create some graphics for my live stream as well.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it because we also prepared some common visuals that we would like to have with all the spaces so that people can identify this as being the Meme Job spaces. So we also like want to have your branding on it. So yeah, I'll reach out to you about this. But yeah, good idea.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I've been thinking because my branding is mostly red on the XRP side of things, but I do see Meme Job is blue here. So let me look at. Okay, so Dino's up to 4.38. So I just have Meme Job pulled up here on the live stream. So I see Dino, Ivy, Gib, and then we got Smack'em, Honk, and Tamu. So I'll mainly just because like my screen only fits the top 6 right here. I think I'll just kind of keep it to this for now because 400K market cap still is kind of low even for Hedera. I think we like a year ago we saw many go above $1 million market cap, and so again I do believe a lot of these whichever memes are going to do very well soon. You basically need to start like positioning like right now with the ones that have the strongest communities, the strongest raters, the strongest content. I'm not sure if the website's loading properly. Maybe I'll refresh it, but a lot of the icons aren't loading. I'm not sure if you can see my screen, Blueberry, but maybe I'll refresh the screen here. But yeah, I mean, looking at these market caps here, fully diluted, watching the community starting to grow. We saw Ivy, I believe, and I don't know too much about it, so I can't really sit here and say, hey, this meme coin is doing this or that or what have you. And I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, look, like these are my bags. These are the only ones I'll ever talk about. I know some people are accusing me of that right now, and I get it. Like some people are just going to be upset that I'm mainly talking about specific tokens. But when I'm looking at communities that are showing up every day, continuing to push, have really good content, and then just like full disclaimer before I give the official disclaimer here, like I have my own choice, my own opinions on specific memes, and I will not talk about, I'll just be super honest here, I will not talk about every single meme because I do believe, especially like when it comes to like the NSFW memes as well, and if I have my own opinion on which ones are in that category, I've said this for a long time. I won't talk about NSFW tokens. I've been pretty open and honest about that. I don't know if Meme Job has a view of that or opinion of that, but for me, I won't ever like go out of my way to talk about those tokens. I think that there's a very specific, because some people are upset about that right now, and DMing me or what have you. And again, it's not, I don't really care enough to like have a whole like call out specific people or any of that kind of stuff. Like everyone should be able to have the freedom to buy whatever they want to buy. Like I fully support that. I'm here for it, like that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like saying, hey, like I should be pushing this in my spaces, or at least saying, hey, like give them the same amount exposure or whatever. Like, I, as a space host, should be able to have opinions as well, and they should be respected. If I do not like a specific meme, like, I should not. And yes, if it's like top 3 or top 10 or whatever, like, maybe. But these memes are so early right now that if your meme coin isn't above like 5, 6, 700 million, maybe even a million, like, there is no guarantee right now that the meme is going to stick around. Like, for me, like, just to be super honest here, like, I saw this and I've been in Hedera for a long time, and meme coins just as long as well. And so watching the meme coins that I'm watching the community seriously come together around, start to promote, start to push, like, I'm going to be as diligent and as respectful. I'll try my best to be as respectful and prudent when it comes to these. But there is a specific opinion that I will have when it comes to specific tokens. And I would hope and pray that it can be respected. And if it can't be respected, then, I mean, of course, then we'll have a separate dialogue about that. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of sad for me, at least, some of the DMs I'm getting and seeing. And like I said, I will not ever promote an NSFW, whatever that acronym is. I will never promote that. So people want to say anything, whatever, that's fine. Just kind of have at it, I guess. But I've never been one to promote that, because ultimately those kinds of tokens, and I'm not naming any specific ones, and I won't, but I've never seen a single one of those on any other chain really ever gain any specific critical mass. And I think there's a very specific audience behind those. And so that is my opinion, just based off facts alone. Has nothing to do whether I like a token or any of that stuff as well. So I do really hope that opinion is respected as well. Because I am seeing that. And we do have some on Hedera, right? And again, I can respect people that hold it, but it doesn't mean I have to go out of my way to shill it or push it or any of that kind of stuff. Meme Job, if I think I saw your hand go up, if you wanted to jump in.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I wanted to add here a little bit about our view on it, to emphasize what you just said. I think we need, like, it boils down to the policy that we apply on the website as well.
Right.
We filter all the not safe for work pictures, and if we miss any of them, please alert us, because we absolutely do not want to promote them. We cannot impose our views and morality to other people and just like forbid them to create something that I don't know, we consider inappropriate, but we will not promote them on our platform or on our spaces for sure. So yes, that's why there's a filter on the not safe for work memes on the website, and we can consider that there is a filter on the not safe for work memes on the spaces as well.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm familiar with the meme job policy as well. And so again, this has nothing to do with my personal opinions, any of that kind of stuff. It really is just rooted in facts. At the end of the day, I'm just going to be super honest about this. Like, again, I have not seen a single other token on other chains that falls under those kinds of categories really outperform or really build anything of critical mass. And again, that's not FUD. It's just really stating the facts here on what's going on in the space. So yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of watching it. So again, I have the top 6 just because it only fits on my screen right now. But yeah, I mean, until your meme coin is like really above, or your platform even, because we see Honkbot still around 700K. I see Tamu around 400-ish, 420-ish K right now. Like, the meme coins, if we only have Grelf, I believe, is above Dino. If not, then it's around that market cap. I got to go. Actually, let me just double check really quickly here. Grelf is at 3.8. So it looks like, okay, well, this is news to me. I haven't checked it yet. It looks like Dino and Ivy have flipped Grelf. That is a big deal. I know Dino flipped Grelf last week or the week before as well. Again, this isn't, if you hold Grelf or whatever, this isn't FUD or anything, just stating the facts, right? I'm trying to be as unbiased. I'll be honest. I don't hold a lot of Ivy. I don't hold a lot of Dino. You guys, if you're in my alpha chat, you know what I hold. I kind of talk about it here. I'm not necessarily using this space to be like, hey, just buy this and just kind of do that, right? I haven't said anything like that. I'm just giving you guys the facts and the objective realities of what's happening. Dino right now is the highest market cap on Hedera meme coins. Ivy is number 2, Grelf is number 3, and then we have Gib, Smack'em, Honk, and Tamu in that order so that is technically the top, 7 right now by market cap. And so that is really important to look at And that's really important when it comes to onboarding, because people are going to filter by market cap as well, and it is something very specific that people look at. And then when you look at liquidity, people are also looking at those ratios. Hey, like, which meme coin should I seriously be looking at, because a whale can size in and size out without basically killing the chart, if you will, when the liquidity ratio to market cap is healthy, and is strong as well. So go check out Deck Screener. Go get familiar with it if you aren't already. I'm sure a lot of you guys are already, but it is very important to look at which tokens are trending at any given time, because when people start to seriously get onboarded from other chains, we are going to see them start to use Deck Screener pretty much every day, every hour, and look at which tokens are trending. And right now, funny enough, we have Ivy, Dino, Gib, and Honk specifically in the top 10 that are trending, and they just happen to be near the top, if not at the top, of Meme Job. So there is direct correlation with all of these meme coins. Like, don't get it confused when it comes to all these platforms. And when we seriously start onboarding from other chains, they are very familiar with Deck Screener. They are very familiar with these kinds of platforms like Pump Fund. And by extension, they're going to be more and more familiar with the platforms like none other than Meme Job. So you got to really, really start to do some research, find people that are experienced in this area as well. Because as we continue to grow, as we continue to onboard, these meme coins are only going to gain more exposure and more popularity, the more community members arguably are rallying around them. So when people are talking about like doing your own research, to be honest, you don't have to do crazy research. If you see a community is active and engaging, onboarding, maybe they're up here in the top 5, top 10, like, maybe you can start sizing in. It's not financial advice in any capacity, but there are some, again, I won't really be like explicitly naming names. You guys can do your own research here, but there are some tokens that are safer bets, and arguably, just because we see meme coins outperforming on Solana, outperforming Solana, on XRP, outperforming XRP. Arguably, the same thing will happen at some point as HBAR starts to run. If HBAR has like a 3 to 5x left in this cycle, the bull run, are you telling me you genuinely don't believe that some of these meme coins are going to do more than a 3 to 5x from here? And so those are the questions we really got to be asking ourselves here when it comes to onboarding, because if our top meme coins are still around like 4 mil, 3 mil, like Growth, Ivy, Dino, Gib, like 1.5 mil, Smack'em, same thing. Like, we got to genuinely ask ourselves, like, is 10 million market cap quite low for our space? And I'm heavily arguing that 10 million is ridiculously low, not just by Solana or XRP standards, but by even Hedera standards. Like, there is no reason very, very soon that we won't eclipse 10 mil and set a new paradigm for this space. And what would be next? 25 mil, 50 mil, what have you? Like, that means that everything right now is a 10 to like 25 to 50x. Not financial advice, but do you genuinely think that HBAR has another 10, 25, 50x in it? Like, I'd bet heavily that it doesn't this cycle, right? Because we've already ran up so much from 3 cents. So really understanding, again, there's no bias. I know some people say I'm super biased or whatever with my bags. I get it. But I'm really just showing you guys, hey, like, these are the meme coins that I'm watching more and more community members start to come around, start to push, start to rally around, start to create more and more content and raid. Like, I'm just watching it, and I'll call it as I see it. Like, that's just what's going on right now. Blueberry, I don't know if you want to respond to that. If not, I'm going to kick it to Stone here.
Good morning from Australia, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, brother, you sound good.
Awesome. Cheers again, IPEX and Blueberry for the space. Really loving getting up early, getting into these Australia. So it's lovely to be back again. I'm just wondering if I can throw something up on your jumbo, because the slug crew that I'm working with has just released a 5 million token airdrop through the Candle machine. Candle.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm making sure I'm not rugging here. Can you hear me, brother? I think my mic might have cut out there. Yeah, brother, feel free to do it. Do you have any opinions? I know a lot of our space is going to be dedicated to the meme coins here in Hedera. So I mean, if you have any updates or any specific alpha in terms of just the state of Hedera meme coins, I mean, you're more than welcome to share a little bit here.
I mean, my own personal alpha is the fact that we're doing it. That's what I'm doing it for 5 million airdrop through Candy. So if anyone here is a Candy holder, the machine will be open on Wednesday, which drops 5 million slug tokens. Beyond that, I think my main message to everybody is I'm building community one meme at a time. So if there's any developers in the group listening or up on the speaker channel, hit me up because I'm chasing as many people as possible so I can do collaboration memes. I've done 20 so far. Just building and building as we go.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you sharing here. I mean, let's talk a little bit about meme coins because I know that's more of a shill than anything. I mean, what meme coins do you have your eye on? I know everyone's kind of tuning in right now. They want to know what's the hottest, the latest meme here. I mean, which community members are kind of getting behind some of these, So, I mean, I'm curious, which ones are you really looking into besides your own, of course?
It comes to buying in. I'm not a rich man. I'm building a bag of multiples. I'm excited for the HBAR to come out. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that'll be exciting when they do launch. I'm essentially staying under probably 100K market cap personally.
Sorry, let me clarify here. You said you're only going to buy sub 100K market cap memes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, at this point, I'm trying to buy reasonably sized bags. So for me, tokens that are under 100K market cap make sense to me.
Gotcha. So in terms of kind of like the logic behind it, give me a little bit of your thesis as to why maybe you would choose a pre-bonded, because that's more or less pre-bonded tokens, right?
Yeah, a lot of them are pre-bond. A few of them, I guess, have gone through the bond and maybe come back down. I figure if I'm looking through and I'm finding decent community, in the ones that have gone KOD and then maybe dropped because people have sold out when they've hit KOD and then they've made it back up and they've almost got to bond. For me, that's a good bet. It shows the strength that they've been able to go through KOD and have people go, right, I'm going to take profits and jump out, and then they've been able to build back up and they're still pushing towards that bond level. I like the space that to me, it shows community if they can take a big hit and build themselves back and get either towards or maybe just over that bottom level.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for me personally, like I do basically the complete opposite. I'm looking for the tokens, whether they're in the top 5, top 10. And personally, I just really look at, hey, like, is there a community behind it? And then is the meme something that I see really scaling over time in terms of content and, of course, just community members? Like, does it appeal to like enough of an audience, or is it very specific to like one specific audience, whatever audience that might be, right? So that's what I'm kind of looking for. And it is, for me personally, like sub 100K market caps is like really tough to like not necessarily take seriously. I think there's a lot of really good gems down there that have potentially, but as we see, like a lot of those tokens, like they need to be able to prove themselves. They need to be tested, battle tested, right? Like you got to see those like 70-80% drawbacks, and the community still shows up every day, still continues to bull post, continues to onboard, right? And create content, new fresh content as well. And so when you're at those levels as well, arguably, it is basically the most risk on that you can be, instead of buying. So like if you're looking at the live stream right now, shout out to everyone up on the live stream as well. But if you are buying some of these market caps around 400K, 500, maybe 600 to a mil, and then maybe a couple mil from there, like, I'm not going to say they're safe bets. Definitely not the case at all. But when it comes to risk ratios here, arguably most of them, if not all of them, are starting to really showcase and foster, like, hey, like, there is a community forming around a lot of these. And when you join the Telegram, maybe they have an X group chat, like, you can start to see, like, hey, like, there's community members behind it. And that's why the market cap is a little higher, maybe 4x, 5x, 10x, whatever. And there's a good reason for that, right? And then there's like some people feel a little safer in those unless they want to just gamble, right? At the really low market caps, because let's be honest, like, there isn't necessarily like a hardcore community yet behind a lot of those. And so for me, I do encourage people to kind of reconsider a little bit, if for anyone that's doing it, not just singling you out, Stone, anyone that is only buying 100K market caps, because I think they missed out already on maybe some of these top runners. The reason that some of these top market caps are where they are is because people are starting to form communities around these brands, and they're starting to expand. They're starting to market together and really rally together. And so there is a really good reason for that. And I think they do have a higher chance, even more so than the 100K market caps right now and below, than some of the ones that are pre-bonded. So if you really want to be super risk on, only focus on the pre-bonding. If you want to kind of take a little bit of the risk off, again, it's not financial advice. It's just sharing some of the facts here, because they are starting to grow communities. And there is definitely some more safety when you can actually start talking about, hey, like, there is a community behind this. People are going to support the floor and support networking to really bring more people into a Stone. If you want to respond to that, you're more than welcome to. And then we're going to hear from another speaker here.
Yeah, man, I just want to say I 100% agree. I am gambling. No doubt. I'm trying to find those communities that are supporting at that smaller level, being tested and then proving that the community itself is strong. Yeah, it's small, but yeah, I'm 100% gambling, man. I totally agree.
Awesome, brother. Well, yep, just clarifying a little bit, just in case, because I know most people are probably doing that anyways, and I just kind of want to, like, help provide some perspective. And then here's something else that's really interesting. Putting in like 1,000 USD into a market cap at around 100K market cap would net you about 1% of most tokens, depending on the supply. Of course, most of them have the same supply, unless they burn some or whatever. So it is important also to note, like, something like, I see Tomu up here, I see Honk, Smack'em, like, it just kind of scales up. So like Tomu would be like 4.2 K USD, so 4,200. Honk would be around like almost 7,000, 6.8K USD. And then once you start getting into the millions, if you are looking to get like 1%, and of course, if you want less than 1%, just kind of scale it down. But like, we look at something like Smack'em here, 1.5 mil. That would take $15,000 USD to buy 1%. And so when you are looking for, just so like everyone's kind of aware of how this works, like, if you are and when you're looking to buy 1% of like 100K market cap, if you can genuinely find one, which I encourage people to try to find them, right? If you're buying a market cap right now at 100K market cap or less, and you do put in like $1,000 USD, and you are somehow able to manage to get 1%, and it does run to like Tomu, right? Like 400K, maybe Smack'em 1.5. Like, those are the kind of ratios. Like, it would be worth $4,000 at Tomu's current market cap. It'd be worth almost 7,000 at Honk's current market cap. It'd be worth 15,000 from $1,000 at Smack'em's market cap. But don't get me wrong. Like, this is the moon math. It looks really enticing to only put in maybe a couple $100 to $1,000 and see these run up. But let's be real here. It isn't that easy. Like, it's not the easiest thing, even though some of these teams are going to make it look easy. I'm not going to like talk about specific ones or whatever. It's still too early. Some of these memes are only a couple days old, but it won't be too difficult once the overall meta shifts here. When we start to really onboard, teams are going to create their own tokens, and they are going to go to 5 to 10 million in one day. Like I really need people to kind of understand that. Like, and for all the memes that are either struggling or maybe they're at certain market caps, again, it's still too early to tell because HBAR hasn't had its next move yet. But once HBAR has its next move, and if your meme underperforms, and there's other ones that are clearly going to outperform, it is really important to understand that the metas do shift almost every day on other chains, if not every week. And so it is going to be really important to not really marry your bags unless you're like really deep in the community and you're just like super focused on that and you genuinely believe that it can go a lot higher. And you're the one that's kind of spearheading that, right? Which I'm excited for. I want to see more of that. But until we get to that place, Hedera is still in a place where like a lot of people still are not working for their bags yet. But until we get to that place, I think we are going to see some higher market caps. But I do genuinely believe, and it happens on all chains. Don't get me wrong. I'm not singling out Hedera here or any meme coin. But it does happen on every chain where a lot of the first movers, a handful do have that advantage. A handful will stick around and do their thing. But a massive majority, I mean, I'm telling you, like 90% or more of all current memes right now on Hedera will probably go to zero, or we'll probably trend to zero and then start to fade away as we start to get newer and newer tokens with teams that people are either going to back or support or just better memes, right? And that's subjective, has nothing to do with my opinion. Just if enough people believe in something, that becomes the new objective reality, essentially, right? So watching that start to happen, again, I won't really like talk about Ivy or Tomu too much, but those are the two newest as of the last week. Honk is pretty new as well, and we see all of them in like the top 5, top 6, top 7, whatever. And that's like half of the top ones, and they just came out within the last few weeks. Like, if that continues at this rate, so many memes are just going to start flipping other memes, and people will just kind of be like, oh, okay, well, my bag might be underperforming. What do I do here? Like, that is a very serious question to ask at this point when we start hitting that new paradigm shift. And I want to kind of start like, I definitely want to use these spaces to start like preparing people. Hey, like the moment that we start to see memes start to go to like 5 to 10 million in a day, off the meme job launch itself, that is the moment when basically everything starts to shift. And again, if your meme starts to really underperform in that time, I'm being deadly serious here, and because I've seen it on other chains. Again, being super serious here, like people will start to dump your meme coin if you do not gain enough critical mass up until that point. And so it is really important, like these memes that are still, even right now, I mean, we see Gib and Smack them at 1.6, 1.5, like that's still so small and so early. In retrospect to like other chains, even the top 2 right now at 4 million, 3 million, like growth, like that's still so small and anything can still happen. And I'm just going to be honest here, like the moment that HBAR starts to pump and we see a massive influx of new tokens bonding, new teams and so on, everything will fundamentally change. And so I just genuinely encourage you guys, like, be very careful what's going to happen, because there is going to be a lot of scams, but there's also going to be really experienced teams that do know how to run up tokens. And if you play your cards right, you will be able, I mean, let's be honest, everyone's trying to make money in some capacity in the space, but there's going to be some really strong communities that come out of these as well. And so like Stone, if you're looking at these at 100K market cap, whatever, that's fine. But some of the ones that like instantly bond, usually it's because the team is going to, let's be honest here, most teams on other chains that know what they're doing and try to really be strategic with the supply, they will supply control in some capacity, and that's a good thing when the team is trusted or they have a track record of success. And so it is really important to be aware, because I do see, unfortunately, and I get it comes from a place of just like a lack of knowledge, but I do see some people starting to FUD some of the new, just in general, over the last few weeks. Some of the new projects that do have some supply control, and again, it's for exchanges, it's for KOLs, it's for whatever. There's so many reasons for supply control, and so it is really important to just kind of try to educate yourself as much as possible in this time, because the amount of tokens that will come out, especially from teams that know what they're doing. I'm just going to be honest here, like you will be left behind if you just start fudding them left and right, which I'm seeing, and it's pretty normal for Hedera community to do that, because there is a general and a genuine lack of knowledge in the space. And I'm trying my best to educate people as much as possible in this space. That's why I'm willing to do these spaces, because I really want to educate you guys and make sure that you're not kind of stuck in like this echo chamber, because a lot of Hedera is in the echo chamber, has been for a long time. And you're unfortunately going to miss out on massive gains if you basically just listen to everyone around you saying, hey, like, F all the new projects because they're supply controlling in any capacity. And it's like, okay, well, your meme is probably about to underperform by a lot very soon. And the teams that know what they're doing and have some experience, they're probably going to absolutely kill it and go to like 50 to 100 mil market cap. And your project probably won't ever touch $1 million. Like, we need to have these conversations now, because when these teams start to come, and arguably some of them are here already, again, I won't really expand too much. I have my own alpha chat. I'll give you guys most of my opinions there. Like, watching these teams start to come out and start to really outperform, even if they've only been a couple days here, maybe a couple weeks, like, that is going to be a new shift. And we need to start preparing now for that, because once HBAR really comes out, the scammers are going to come out in full force, but also the gems, the few solid teams are going to start to show themselves. And if you don't start betting on them or start to ask real questions when it comes to those teams, and educate yourself, because it's just going to come back down to education at the end of the day, you are going to miss out on some of the potential future top 10 meme coins on Hedera. So I really hope that's not you. And we're just going to continue to have these conversations as often as possible. So again, we'll be hosting these spaces Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. EST. So feel free to mark your calendars if you guys want to continue to learn and try to get yourself as educated as possible. If you're newer, of course, to meme coins. I see Smack'em came up as well, and I do see Hashmaster's hand is up. So I'll go Hashmaster, and then Smack'em.
HBAR, you can call me Hashmack'em if you want. I like that name. It sounds pretty cool, actually. But IPEX, you're 100% right. When it comes to supply control, there's nothing worse than really loving the meme, realizing that the dev only took 1%, and now all the big pump and dumpers have 10%. And as soon as you work for your bags, it's all going to get dumped. That is worst case scenario for something that you really love on. I know Two Finger Inu, they had a really big dev supply right off the start, and that was a big contention to the FUD that they received. So I'm just happy to be a part of this ecosystem. I'm happy to see all this excitement come in. But when it comes to growing your community, you're right. The biggest communities, the loudest communities are the #1 metric to any project in the world, not even in meme jobs, not even in NFTs, not even in Web3. Anything, if you don't have that attention economy, the project probably is not going to be sufficient enough to last throughout any sort of bear market or anything. So that's why me and the friends over at Two Finger Inu, we're busting our ass every single day. Every day there's spaces going live. And the most important one, I threw it in the Jumbotron, hope you don't mind, but this is how we're building the community bigger and bigger as the days go on. Fridays is Two Finger Freestyles. If anybody wants to come up, jump on. It's an infectious, gamified onboarding opportunity where you can come up, jump on stage, do a little song. I don't care if you sing happy birthday, you're getting a prize. The prize is only Two Finger Inu. It's absolutely nothing else. It's a project I've been trying to work on for a long time. Once I heard Karate Combat had their up-only gaming layer 2, I applied for it. Never heard back from them. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I forgot what email address I used in that application. But now we have a prize to use, and we're giving out 2 fingers. So last week we had musicians from 4 different chains. We had AVAX, Solana, Ethereum, and XRP joining us. All in the mic. We had a cipher for an hour and a half, and everyone went home with the grand prize. It was an excellent time. If you were there, you probably never heard energy like this in a space unless you're part of the Beast community on Ethereum. But if you want to see what it's like, please join every Friday, 9 p.m. EST. This is how we're onboarding all of the coolest musicians in the world straight into HBAR, and 2 fingers is the first token that they're picking up. So anyone wants to come by, do a like and a retweet up on that post. I really appreciate it. But if you want to win some 2 fingers, come up and make some music. And I'll see you guys there.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the show. Is there anything specific outside of obviously onboarding, which of course I'm here to promote and push anything in terms of onboarding specifically to Hedera, because let's be honest, regardless of what token they buy first, people are going to start to look throughout the entire ecosystem. They're going to look at deck screen, as I was saying before. They're going to look at meme jobs sorted by market cap and see which memes have the best content, the best communities in terms of raiders, and just people that have which communities have a strong narrative to really make it and take it to that next level. So is there any specific memes? I guess that might be a really good question to ask everyone moving forward. Like, is there any specific memes besides the one obviously you're representing in your name, and the one you just put in the Jumbotron? Are there any memes that you have your eyes on right now that maybe you see other people getting onboarded into as well, that you're personally excited about perhaps as well, Hashmaster?
Yeah, there's actually a lot, and that's the thing. When we're bringing people over here, we're showing them all the different projects. We're taking them straight to Deck Screener. First, we're taking them to Silk Swap. They need to learn a lot about the ecosystem because they've never stepped foot in HBAR. So it's normally Silk Swap first. They turn whatever currency they want into HBAR, and then from there they have pick of the litter. If any memes want to come up to the spaces and shill themselves, they're allowed to do that. I normally don't shill any memes, and I never did. If you look at my timeline before meme job, I never did once because I have my own reputation to uphold, and I'm scared of directing people towards scams. But I know who the dev is and I know who the team is on this, so I finally feel comfortable, promoting one. So it's not just memes. We're also, having NFTs. Their floor prices are skyrocketing. A big one in the world right now happens to be wild tigers. There's probably almost every single person that shows up likes picking up an NFT for $3, and all of a sudden,
if you don't mind, I'll just jump in. You kind of just reverse somehow shield two fingers. So what other memes in Hedera, and like again, it's your own opinion, what other memes do you like specifically in the space?
I'm a big fan of Dino Pack. Dino Pack's been hanging out with us in the Telegram a lot. There's a bunch of them, dude. I'm not up here to tell anybody which ones to buy. I'm just telling you guys how we're onboarding people and how we're making this ecosystem a much better place to be a part of.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess when I ask that question, it's more of like a subjective, like, hey, like, why do you like it? Not necessarily. I get it. If people start talking about memes, they'll probably end up buying it on the space. I get it. But I genuinely want to ask these questions because as these spaces continue to grow, as we start to really onboard people, we have to have honest conversations like, hey, like if people in this space are talking and they're trusted in any capacity, people want to know, hey, like, are there memes I should be looking out for, or is it like just the ones that you guys shill, So I genuinely want to be able to have these conversations with everyone, whether they're onboarding or not, because it is important. And if your community is showing up every day, you are going to start to see people onboarding. And I genuinely believe the harder you guys raid, the better your guys' content comes out, your market cap will follow. Like, don't even focus on the market cap. Don't look at the chart. Don't look at any of that kind of stuff. Like, all that will happen organically, unless you like market making and supply control and all those kinds of other things, which are all good in their own sense too. If you believe in that and you've seen that from other successful teams cross chain. But again, if you do not have experience cross chain, or you don't understand like how any of these memes work on the back end when it comes to other chains coming over, new teams coming over as well, like a lot of the newer memes that will be successful very soon will not originate from Hedera. Yes, there will be some and so on, but I'm betting right now that most memes that come from Hedera OGs or just people that have been here a while, they're probably, most of them, like 90% or more, are probably already out, and you've already had the opportunity to buy them regardless of the market cap. So a lot of these new memes that might start to really take off, they will be coming from teams, whether they're scammers or what have you, but otherwise the good ones, the gems, will be coming from really strong teams that have probably done this before. And to be honest, you might want that because it would be good for the ecosystem to get that much more exposure. So really take that seriously, because I get it. Like a lot of us in the community probably didn't have a lot of experience before maybe XRP or maybe ETH or Solana meme coins, right? If you didn't go over there, or Avalanche, whatever, right? So there's a massive learning curve that still needs to occur across the board in this community, especially when it comes to like Telegram, right? Like if you're not up in the Telegrams, that is going to be one of the best apps to continue to onboard people cross chain. And now we have, I started the space talking about HonkBot a little bit. Now that we're going to have a Telegram bot being able to make transactions and do all that kind of stuff, just like Solana, that is our way. And that's like a really important pathway to begin to say, hey, like we are on a very similar level to other chains, namely Solana, now XRP, because XRP has one as well. Like once we get to that level, it'll be so much easier to onboard people where they could just download a bot on Telegram, type in a few commands, whatever, set up their wallet, and just begin trading. Like, I don't know what would happen to Sausage Swap or Hashmaster Man Silk Swap or what have you, but like the moment that happens, fundamentally, a lot will shift in this space. And I believe for the better. Again, a lot is going to shift really fast, especially when HBAR starts to pump. So I really hope people are taking that seriously because we're seeing it right now on XRP. That's where I was really trading over the last few months. And I kid you not, every day, every week, a new meta shifted until a handful really started to show out. And then they just started ballooning to like 5-10 mil plus. And I do believe we're about to start to see that. I don't know. I can't say like within the next few days, but maybe the next few weeks to the next month or two, we're going to see some of these. I genuinely believe we'll see a few break 10 mil and then hold above it. And then, of course, if HBAR goes to new all-time high, we'll probably start to see SOS run really hard. And once that happens, that's when the meme coins will basically have their meme coin super cycle on Hedera in the next few months. I genuinely believe that's about to happen. And of course, if you guys agree or maybe you disagree, let me know. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen this cycle for HBAR. But I do believe some of these are about to eclipse and enter a new paradigm for our ecosystem. So if you're bullish on that, I'm bullish on a bunch of memes in the space as well. Keep onboarding, keep grinding, regardless of what meme you're in right now. If you are onboarding people, people will start to look at the rest of the ecosystem and start to try to figure out what other memes are doing the same as you, if not better, and they will move their bag elsewhere if they choose to. Like it happens so fast, and I'll just be blunt here, there is very little loyalty in this space as well. I need to make that abundantly clear. People will jump from one meme to the next, especially if it starts to pump really hard. And again, these teams will start to showcase their experience and show off in Hedera, and their memes will start to shoot straight to 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mil plus very fast. And guess what? People will start dumping their meme coins really, really fast. So yeah, I mean, I want to just mentally prepare everyone because for some people that don't have the experience here, they will be just kind of taken by surprise and then kind of start questioning and fudding their own bags, saying, hey, like, why is my meme not doing this? And then they're going to start asking, hey, like, okay, well, how do we get it to pump? And the moment that your community starts to do that, your community is dead in the water completely, because your meme has to be strong enough as a meme itself. The community has to be able to rally behind the narrative and the brand itself. The moment that you start focusing on market cap and when are we going to pump next, when dev do something, I'm just going to be blunt, your community is dead. Smack 'em. I see you came up on the space as well. If you wanted to jump in there, we have about 5-10 minutes before we'll start wrapping up the show. Again, appreciate everyone that tuned in today. See a bunch of you guys on the live stream. If you guys want to jump over on the live stream before we really wrap up here, the first post up in the Jumbotron, we'll get you over there. And of course, the community that rates the hardest, I will do some TA for you guys down in the comments. So get to rating before the space is over. Smack 'em. How are you doing today, brother? Is that Joe?
Good. Yes, I'm just listening to you preach, brother. that's what I'm here for. You keep going. I love it. I love it.
Awesome, brother. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, is there any same question to you? And I think it's probably a good dialogue to continue to have. I mean, obviously you're representing Smack 'em, and maybe it's, I don't know. I don't want to say it's in bad taste to talk about other memes, but like it is important. We talk about Hedera having like a really good community. I'll be honest, I disagree with that completely. I think it is very PvP, and I'm just going to keep it real with everyone here. Like it is very much PvP, and we're just getting started. Everyone's kind of battling for that mind share, market share, and it's so tiny. Like that's why people get upset. Like if I host a space at the same time, right? Like because it's so small, and I get it, right? Like I get that. but I'm of the mind right now that we should be pushing as much content, as many meme coins, obviously within reason, not just promoting everything. I don't believe in that for a second, because there is a lot of garbage, right? Like a lot of these are going to go to zero very, very fast. Like it's just objectively, it has nothing to do with my opinion. Just a lot of these are about to, because when these new teams start coming in, even some current teams are going to do very well as well. I'm not discrediting anyone that exists now. I think there's a lot of memes currently. I see, again, Dino, Ivy, Ralph, Gibb, Smack'em, Tom, they're on my screen right here. Like, I think a lot of these are going to probably do very, very well. You see communities starting to form behind them. They're rating, whether they're rating this space or my live stream, some of my other posts as well. You can go look at my timeline. A lot of them have alpha, their own private group chats and stuff. Like, I'm starting to see that critical mass start to form. And again, the moment that HBAR pumps, this entire space is going to fundamentally change. And I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. And I want to make sure as many of you guys are ready for it too, because I'm never going to be sugarcoating, say everyone's going to make it. Everyone will not make it. I need you to understand that right now. Like anyone telling you everyone's going to make it does not have your best interest in mind, because every single token is not going to 10x from here. Only the ones that have strong communities, sound tokenomics. Your tokenomics have to be locked down, whether you're supply controlling or not. Because guess what? I saw this on a meme coin that I've really gone deep in on XRP. We went from 100K market cap. That was around the time I was jumping in. I bought heavier around 500K. Around $1 million, I really started to size in. It ran to over 11 million market cap, and guess what happened? Because there was no supply control, and Hashmaster touched on this a little bit. There was no supply control on it besides the whales, and I was in a whale chat with them. Half of all the whales, there was about a dozen or two of us, half of all the whales full clipped around that price point, and guess what happened? It sent all the way back down to 1.7 million from 11 million. And so when people are seriously talking about like fudding some of these new projects right now, when it comes to supply control, or even some of the ones that have been out for a few weeks, if you genuinely have no clue about supply control or like any of what goes on behind the scenes with these meme coins, your homework right now over the next 24 hours, if you're going to take this bull run seriously for the next like 30 to 60 days, you need to study as much as possible right now, whether you DM me right now, ask me questions, whatever. Like, you got to study as much as possible what's about to happen, because if your token is going to take on the full weight of the community, don't get me wrong, it can very much succeed still if the content's really good and the community is showing up every day. Don't get me wrong, your community can kick ass and no supply control at all. Don't get me wrong about that. But the amount of work that we had to do on my end behind the scenes, just in general, to support the floor, we went all the way back up to 10 mil plus right now. But we went down to 2 mil and created a new floor based on like the Wyckoff chart and so on. But everyone had to eat every single one of those whale dips because there was no supply control. And so if these communities are genuinely trying their hand at what supply control can do, especially when we talk about like some of the biggest meme coins that ever existed, namely Bonk. You guys probably all know Bonk already. If you don't, it was one of the biggest community initiatives by the Solana Foundation that was airdropped to a bunch of community members, NFT holders, other meme coins, and so on. I'm not saying it's going to happen again on Hedera, but I'd be very curious to see something like that happen. And guess what? The only way that would ever happen again, especially on HBAR, is if the team, the dev team, the community has enough of the supply either locked up or allocated properly behind the scenes. And so something like Bonk could not happen if the community takes it all on. I'm just genuinely letting you guys know that right now. So try your best to educate yourself very soon, because this space is about to change very, very fast. Smack'em, if you want to say anything else before we wrap up, and then I see Postmaster came up as well.
Yeah, man. So I won't go deep into it, but we're a big fan of the Honk bot. Just because it's a Telegram bot, we're using it. It gets excitement on the buy bot. New ones are coming out, and our game's going to launch on Telegram. So, I mean,
Awesome.
It's a no-brainer to take advantage of that. We're building a Telegram community. Finally, our artist is back in town. He's been on vacation for over a week, so we have access to him again. So, rolling out some new content and some cool stuff this week. But that's it. And I know when he came out, or when they came out with on Meme Job. They said we're not a meme, but that's one we're looking forward to working with for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm excited. I didn't know that the game was actually on Telegram. So I personally have never played a game on Telegram. So I'm very interested.
Yeah, we built it on Unity. It's going to launch on Telegram. But whenever we want to push the button, we just have to turn it off for a couple of days, and we can put it on the app stores, iOS and Google.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. I mean, I don't know if you know my stance when it comes to Smacko specifically. Again, I have my own opinions about every token that's basically in the top 10 right now. And again, I just hope everyone can respect my views as well. I feel like a lot of it's based on objectivity. It has nothing to do with my personal opinion. I don't really dislike most people in this space. But yeah, I mean, building games, having successful meme coins tied to games and stuff. I mean, it's incredibly difficult, right? Like, let's not kind of like beat around the bush, but does that mean I can't be optimistic and super excited about it either way? No doubt. So I talked about my alpha chat back in when you guys first launched. I said, look, like what they're doing is very exciting. Obviously the teams behind it is exciting, but it is going to be difficult to pull it off, right? No doubt. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be seeing what's going on. And yeah, I mean, mainly as an exposure play for the ecosystem, like watching that come out, which basically we all kind of can have a consensus here. These meme coins are the best way to continue to onboard people to the chain. Hashmaster talked about it. Obviously, you're talking about it now. Like, these are the best ways that we'll continue to onboard to Hedera. Not by just talking about the technology or how we're going to flip XYZ token. Like, people don't care about that. Like, let's just be very honest here. When it comes to normies, people want to know, can I buy this cat token? Can I buy this dog token? Can I buy this token that I don't have to think about too hard? And it's going to make me this amount of money. And it just happens to be on Hedera. And it's interesting. And there's a lot of people behind it. Like, if you can answer those questions honestly and simply enough, you're probably going to do well in this space. So Smackum, appreciate you coming up today, brother. Postmaster, I am about to end the space, but if you want to say a few words, brother, it's good to see you. You're more than welcome to jump in, and then we'll wrap it up after
Thanks,
you.
brother. Smackum, what's up? And I wanted to give away a Hashman whitelist NFT. So if anybody wants it, first one to message me, it's all yours. Thanks, brother.
Awesome, brother. Well, appreciate everyone that tuned in here today. Hashmaster, Smackum, Stone, Postmaster. It's good to see everyone up in here as well. All right, let me go through the comments really quick here. All right, I see a few tokens. You know what? I'll do 2 tokens next time. I see a few, like there's only a handful that posted. It's pretty much like a 4-way tie amongst all of them. So no TA. I won't end it. I'll end it here. But yeah, I mean, get your communities to raid. It was pretty much a tie. I think it's not fair if it's mostly a tie. So get your communities to raid. Show up every day, Monday and Wednesday. I know there's a few other spaces hosts as well. Shout out to them that are running Meme Job as well. I believe this was the last week was the first week, if I remember correctly, for Meme Job having one every day. I don't remember if there was one. I believe there was one on Saturday too. I just haven't been tuning into many of them. And then I noticed most of them weren't recorded. I'm not sure if like that's the norm or whatever, but these will be recorded. I want to try to listen back to some of them, but I mean, if they're not recorded, there's nothing I could do. And sometimes I'm hosting other spaces at the same time on other chains, so I can't even listen to it if I wanted to. So yeah, get them recorded. If you guys are hosting them for Meme Job, we'd love to listen in and stay up to date with the latest HBAR news and alpha. But if you're here to listen on Mondays and Wednesdays, if you're free those days, you can trust that we'll be running them up here on Hedera, here via Meme Job Fun. Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. EST, the place to be in Web3 here in HBAR meme coins. Much love, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you guys are locked in, tuned in on XRP meme coins, I'm about to run up a space in about an hour. I got to go hit the gym before it. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. I hope everyone is doing well. I will not be responding to any DMs until after the next space. So if you guys have a DM, please be patient. Trying to get back to all of the DMs. And of course, if you're not in my alpha chat already, link is in my bio and Telegram. I'm trying to get as many HBarbarians up in Telegram as possible. I genuinely believe it is going to be one of the best ways to continue to onboard more and more people cross chain. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. There's so many of you guys in the spaces here today. Stone, Zolid, Hamdad. I see a bunch of you guys from XRP coming on over. What's good? Suit, Batista, Cyber, Shaw Doge, Rebecca, Jem, Proboski, a real one, MRAC, Dummy, Frogo. We got Fly, Dan. Let's see, I gotta click on some of these. They get cut off. HBAR, Jack Diamond, Joey, HBAR, HBarbarian, Hoker, and T. Appreciate everyone that tuned in here today. Don't forget to like and retweet. It is the best way to support this ecosystem. It's not just supporting me or this show. It is pushing overall HBAR meme coins. And of course, if you guys are on the live stream, feel free to like and retweet as well. It is free and is the best way to support us here. Much love, everyone, and I'll catch you in the show later. If not, then I'll catch you on Wednesday. Much love, you guys. Peace, y'all. All right, you guys, I know a bunch of you are still in the live stream. Got to give a little disclaimer here as we wrap up the space. The thoughts and perspectives shared in this X space, just as a friendly reminder, are individual, my own opinion here, and meant exclusively for informational and educational use. This information should not be considered as financial investment, legal or professional advice. Any statements or discussions about Meme Job Fund, Head Starter, or other topics mentioned today are speculative and should not be used as a basis for financial or investment decisions. Before deciding on any investment or financial commitment, we strongly advise you to do your own thorough investigation and consult licensed experts. Every speaker engaged in this X space wants to be clear that they are not accountable for any choices or actions resulting from the knowledge shared during this session. We value your insight and believe that today's spaces has been interesting and worthwhile. Again, appreciate everyone that tunes in. Obviously, it's never financial advice, just sharing with you guys the objective, sometimes subjective, but I try my best to be as objective. There's no, I could tell you guys my current bags, but guess what? I keep that in my own alpha chat. So again, if you guys have not joined, let me actually pull up the X account here. Okay, sorry. Let's restart it here. Looks like it's loading. Refresh it one more time. Again, I genuinely believe Telegram will be one of the best ways to onboard moving forward. So if you're not acquainted with Telegram, I highly recommend getting started now. If you're not on Telegram already, a lot of the onboarding I'll be doing personally will be exclusively on Telegram. So if you guys are not already locked in, make sure you guys get sorted now. And of course, the link is t.me/IPEX calls. Get started now. If you guys need help, let me know. I know a lot of HBarbarians are fading Telegram pretty hard, but it is also a reason why we haven't been onboarding that well. So a lot of people cross-chain are going to be heavily onboarded, especially once this HonkBot releases, which I'm very, very bullish on personally. That is a personal opinion. But why wouldn't you be bullish if we have a pretty amazing bot that's about to launch here that we can really start to onboard more. So make sure you're in the Alpha Telegram here. If you're not already, I'll be giving you guys my personal views and opinions there. All right, you guys, much love. I'll catch you later. Peace, y'all.